D. D is very easy. You play your D string, which is this one right here. It's the fourth one up from your high E. D string, you play that open. Place your index finger on the second fret of the G string, then your ring finger on the third fret of the B string, and your middle finger on the second fret of the high E. So it's all together. It makes a triangular formation, kind of diamond shape. Okay. Now D minor. D minor is the same thing. Open D, which is this string right here. Middle finger goes on the second fret of the G string. Take your ring finger and place it on the third fret of the B string, and then you take your index finger and you grab the first fret on the high E. So you play those together, and that's your D minor. Okay, D7 is just like the D chord, but it's inverted, which means that you have these two frets here, but your third fret, which is on your B string, in order to make it a seventh, it has to move 2 half steps down to the first fret on the B string. So the way you're going to do that is you're going to play your open D, middle finger goes on the G string, second fret, index finger goes on the first fret of the B string, and ring finger goes on the third fret, or second fret of the high E. So see, it's like this. It's the inverted version. D7. D minor 7 is really easy because all you have to do is take your index finger and bar the first frets on the high E and the B, and then take your middle finger and place it on the second fret of the G string, like that, and then play your open E and play this all together. It's D minor 7. E major. We're going to use the low E, which is your thickest string. That's played open. That means that you don't fret it. You just play it as it is. Middle finger goes on the second fret of your A string. Ring finger goes on the second fret of the D string. Index finger goes on the first fret of the G string. And then your B and high E strings are played open all together. If you want to make it minor, all you have to do is remove your index finger. E7, if you go back to the E major pattern by adding your index finger, if you want to make it an E7 chord, you remove your ring finger completely and play this all together. Okay. E minor 7 is even better because now from here all you do is remove your index finger. So you just have your middle finger on the second fret of the A string. That's E minor 7. F. It's your typical major bar chord formation. You take your index finger and bar the first frets on all 6 strings. Add your ring finger to the third fret on the A string, your pinky to the third fret on the D string, and add the middle finger to the second fret on the G string. So it's like this. Okay. F minor, very easy. All you do is remove your middle finger. Now, in order to play an F7, which is the next chord, you go back to the F major formation by adding the middle finger, and this time you remove the pinky. Very, very, very simple. And let's see what's next. Okay, so now if you want to play an F minor 7, you remove your middle finger and maintain that formation. F minor 7. Now we're going to go to a G chord, which is middle finger on the third fret of the low E, which is your G. Index finger on the second fret of your A string, and then the D, G, and B are all played open. Pinky goes on the third fret of the high E. So the formation's like this. Some people play it with the ring finger on the third fret of the high E. This is just something the way I've always done it. Okay. If you want to play a G minor, it's that bar chord formation again. Remember the third fret on the low E is your G, that's your root note. So what that means, you're going to take your index finger and bar all the 3rd frets across all 6 strings, like that. And then add your ring finger to the 5th fret on the A string, your pinky to the 5th fret on the D string, and then your middle finger to the 4th fret on the G string. It's G minor. And then if you want to play a G minor 7, again, all you do is remove your pinky. So it's this. Okay. And then we can't leave out the last chord, which is G7, which is going back to that G formation. Middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E, index finger on the 2nd fret of the A, and then D, G, B are open. Pinky goes on the high E. In order to play this chord, that's your G. In order to make it a G7, you got to change the fingering around, but just a little bit. Instead, what you're going to do is take your ring finger and place it on the 3rd fret of the low E. Middle finger goes on the 2nd fret of the A, and the D, G, and B are still played open. But now you place your index finger on the 1st fret of the high E. Play those together. That's your G major 7. So, and that's it. So have fun with these. If you get confused, check out www.guitarticles.blogspot.com for the chords in full. It's all tabbed out there, so have fun.